thank you everybody for coming along to this How We Met conference session. I have thoroughly enjoyed being part of this session and helping to pull some of the stories together. I have learned so much about friendship and romance amongst our membership across the networks, and I'm delighted to be sharing some of the stories of how some of our members have met. But we also have some guest speakers here who are actually going to personally share their stories with you too. So just before we go on to the session, I'm just going to sort of talk a bit about some housekeeping. So some of us might be new to webinars. It might be the first time you've been on a webinar, and I thought it might be useful just to make you aware of some things of how they operate. So you'll just see the speakers today. It's not like a Zoom meeting where you would see everybody else who had their camera on. It's just the speakers that you'll see, not the other attendees. All attendees' videos and mics will be disconnected at this point, but there is interaction possible through the chat function and the question and answer function. I have got some lovely colleagues, Heather and Donna, behind the scenes, who will be taking all your questions and anything you want to put in the chat. Okay. So as you know, there has been a slight technical issue, but we're not going to focus on it. We're just going to move on because it's been sorted. Okay. So first of all, what I'd like to do is I'd like to introduce you to our speakers today. So my name is Cheryl Walker. I'm a network manager for Neighbourhood Networks for Glasgow and East Renfrewshire. We also have on the panel Sean and Jamie from our Concise Network. If you want to give us a wave, Sean and Jamie. Hi guys, you'll be telling your story of friendship today. We also have Stuart and Callum from the East Renfrewshire Network. If you want to give us a wave, they'll also be sharing their story. They're first up today. We also have Audrey Duff. She is a community living worker for Clydebank, and she's going to be sharing the story of two of her members, Morven and Stephanie. We also have Gwen Stewart. She's from our Haddington network. She's a community living worker, and she's also going to be sharing the story of two of her members, Chris and Scott. And that is everybody. So just to give you a wee bit of background, about the reason why we're doing this session is friendships and relationships is very much part of what we're all about. It's very important that people are not isolated and that they have friendships and meaningful relationships in their lives. And part of what we do is we bring people together, and that means that they will make friends and support each other. And if it's for them, they might end up finding a boyfriend or girlfriend, which has happened, and you're going to hear a couple of those stories today. So I'm sure that you're very excited about this, and I'm not going to wait any longer, and we're just going to move on to our first story, which is Stuart and Callum. And this is a picture of Stuart and Callum from the East Renfrewshire Network, and this is them doing their volunteering. They are gardening volunteers at the Yes Academy in Rupin Glen Park. So they are here with us today, and they have a story to share, and there's also a poem as well that Callum has written about their friendship and what it means to him. So I am going to let them start. So if we can unmute Callum and Stuart, please, and if they would like to share their story.
Hi, I'm Callum. I'm from the Giffnock Thornley Bank network. I've been with the Neighbourhood network since the start of the pandemic, so I didn't really get a chance to meet people face to face to begin with. But when I first joined, I met people through Zoom and things like that online, and I met Stuart, my friend Stuart, through FaceTime for the very first time, and so this was when there was social distancing restrictions to begin with, and so we couldn't meet up in person to begin with, but we managed to get there, and I think we get on so well. I'm just so happy and appreciative to have found someone like Stuart. He's quite a close friend, and I'm just so grateful that I found someone like that in my life. we get on so well, you know. We go for walks, we go for meals, and the other good thing is we live quite close to one another as well. We often go for walks in the park, and if it wasn't for neighbourhood networks, we probably wouldn't have met each other, you know. Like when I first saw Stuart, I didn't realise how tall he was, you know. I thought, yeah, wow, this guy's quite cool. And it's nice to see a person in person, you know. It's great, and we text each other every day just to check in with one another, just to see how we are, and if we're both feeling anxious or nervous about something, you know, we're always there to support one another, and I think that's quite important, you know, just to have someone there who you can go to if you're feeling nervous. And yeah, we volunteer at the Yes Academy at Rook and Glen Garden Centre. We've been doing that for quite a while, and we managed to build up our skills, build up our confidence as well. And I just think since then, you know, we've gone a lot closer, and we have quite a lot of things in common as well, which is quite good. You know, we both love music, and we love films and walking, and we both got a love for dogs as well. We often go for walks. There's a dog I usually walk from time to time, and Stuart comes along as well, and it's really nice for the three of us, you know, just to spend time together, and it's good to get out and into the fresh air. And I find Stuart very easy to talk to. You know, he's great to have a laugh with. You know, he's so funny, and he's quite chilled out. And I think he's a great person. You know, and I'm so happy that we've become friends. And I'm not sure what else to say, but just to say thank you to Stuart for being in my life, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Callum. That was the words. Thank you, Stuart. Would you like to say something about what your friendship with Callum means to you?
Yeah, Callum. Yeah, I think me and Callum have developed like a great friendship together. When I first met him on the day of the induction, was at the Rook and Glen Young Enterprise Scotland. We had an induction day, and we first met there. So, and ever since, we've just developed a great bonding friendship. We texted. We've been texting each other most days to see how we're getting on. And yeah, like Callum said, I enjoy doing the volunteering at the Yes at Rook and Glen on Friday mornings, because we kind of like to do. We work together and help each other there, and the staff at the Enterprise are the two guys there are both lovely, and so I think meeting Callum, it's been a big increase for me as well, because I feel we're good friends together, and like you said with the dog Buddy, we kind of meet up each week, and we go out for walks, take him out walks to Rook and Glen and Pollock Park and Calder Glen as well. So I actually feel that since joining like the neighbourhood networks, it's gave me like lots of confidence, and I'm better communicating with people as well. I feel like I can talk to people, a lot more people in the network than I did before joining. I was quite isolated and didn't really go out very often. So so I'm really glad that me and Callum have developed a close friendship, and I'm hoping that this will continue in the nearby future. Yeah.
Thank you, Stuart. There's been some lovely messages on the chat. You know, Adrian's saying, well done, Stuart, a lovely friendship that you should both be very proud of. Thank you for sharing your story. Michelle's Carlisle, well done, Callum and Stuart. Sounds like you've made a friend for life. Emma, well done, Callum and Stuart. So great to hear about your friendship. Laura Hiles, what a lovely story, and I'm sure that Stuart appreciates having such a lovely chat in his life too. Lots of lovely, I can't even read them all out, there's far too many. So that is a lovely story. Guys, thank you. And I know, Callum, you have written a poem that you would like to share with the
yes.
participants today. Would you like to
Yeah.
yeah, thank you.
I go to creative writing every Thursdays, and this is the last thing I've written. This is about my friendship with Stuart. I just thought I'd just write a few words, you know, just to explain what Stuart means to me, and this poem's called Arthur and George. All the lonesome days soon fade when we're together. Remember that very day when we first met. The bond that we both share is pure, eternal. Heaven shines through my heart when I'm with you. United and caring, cleansed gardens feel warmth. Regular walking we do. Greeted with love by a warm Labrador. Evenings feel warmer with you. Older or younger, our friendship stays strong. Reach out, my friend, please do. Gold neither riches, our friendship means more. Ever at home with you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Callum. That was lovely, and thank you, Stuart. More chat comments coming up here. Somebody said, Julie, I'm a Callum Stuart in my life. Thank you for sharing. Laura, absolutely beautiful poem. Claire Strong, beautiful. Wow, Callum, how talented you are. Pauline Graham, beautiful, pass me the tissues. I should have warned you all to have your Kleenex at the ready for this session, because some of the stories are very heartwarming. Yeah, well done, Callum, brilliant poem.
Thank you.
So lots of wishes and lots of lovely comments there. Thank you both very much. That was an amazing start to this session. We do have another 9. Some are shorter than others. So guys, if you want to just put yourselves on mute, and we'll go on to the next people. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so next up we have Diane and Liz. They are from our Springburn network. They're actually here today. They are not going to be speaking as such, but they have recorded a video. They're going to talk about how they met and what their story of friendship means to them. We also have a video person, somebody's going to be video bombing. There's another member who's actually trespassed on the video, but you'll be able to see that when I press play. So I'm going to let you listen to Diane and Liz's story now.
So Liz and Diane, Diane Greer and Liz Henderson here, going to do a wee talking how they met for the birthday celebrations, to share their relationship and friendship with you from over the years. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, ladies, and if you just want to tell me a wee bit about how you've met and how your friendship has developed over the years. So, how did you meet?
Well, we met in Ellenvale, and it's about 20 years they've known us.
Yeah.
I used to be a drop-in, and then used to go to college.
And the friendships just expanded through there.
Went to Ellenvale and Montbelly.
And the friendships just expanded through there, really.
And so you didn't only go to Elmvale together, what else did you do together? College. And was there something else as well?
The community
The community centre.
Community centre. And who else did, is there any other members that was involved with you back then? What other members was involved with you back then?
No, Tommy didn't do the community centre with us.
But Elmvale?
Aye, we met Tommy in Elmvale.
Tommy, you want to come in and give a wee wave? You're part of this friendship too. There we go. Tommy's just passing by.
It's just a way of walk.
So, Liz, you've been a member obviously for way back in the beginning. Diane, you've been a member for a good few years now. Tommy's been a member for the very beginning. So do you want to just tell me a wee bit about your friendship? So what do you do together?
Well, we get into the town.
Mm-hmm.
We go to McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And then Liz comes up to my mum's on the way home for a cup of tea. And she's even got a good friendship with my mum and that as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for my grandpa's, Liz has been brilliant with me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So,
Well, I would say that Liz is a true friend, not just a friend, a true friend.
mm-hmm. So you
Sure, Liz.
mm-hmm. So you're best friends. And obviously Liz has had a few health issues over the years, and you've been a massive support to Liz with that as well, Diane, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've spent quite a lot of time with Liz, and obviously Liz can buzz you straight over. You're just, you know, in the next door, more or less. Liz, you can go over to Liz now quite quick if she ever needs you. So you also have that support. The other thing is, do you involve other members when you are doing things together as well? You involve as much as you can other members to share your friendship. Is that right?
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Well, talk to different members.
And ask if they want to go along.
Get used to Elaine and on, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
So,
Christopher and things. Well, when you do see him.
and who else? Alison as well gets involved a lot with you.
And even the government members are all going all right with them.
And obviously as well, some of the other things that you do is you travel when you are going places into town and maybe days away, and you support Liz with travel just with our mobility and our balance. Because Liz maybe you don't travel on your own now, Liz.
No.
So Diane's a big support as far as that's concerned.
Aye. But I have been a big support to like the days we can't get done, and I give you that wee bit of support as well.
We go up the parks. So,
Aye.
Yeah. So all in all, you've got a fantastic friendship. You're best friends, and you share that friendship with other members by involving them and getting them to come out with you at weekends and stuff when you can. So I think we've covered mostly everything that we talked about before I put yous on the screen. So if you just want to say a goodbye and to everybody that's watching.
Bye.
And a bye for Tommy as well. And we're over and out. Thanks for watching, guys.
So that was great. Thank you, Liz and Diane, for that. Let's just see what we've got in the chat. Lovely to see, Laura, how you've been friends for so many years. Claire, fantastic story. And it's great to see how you both support each other and have a lifelong friendship. Brilliant. Another wonderful story, and Tommy looked good in his outfit too. That was Elizabeth Mullen. So thank you very much. That was an amazing story. So we'll move on to the next one. Just bear with me.
So,
Okay. So the next story is about Morven and Stephanie. These are two ladies from our Clydebank network. Audrey is a community living worker, and she is going to share their story on their behalf. So Audrey, if you could please put your mic on, and if you want to go ahead, that would be great. Thank you.
Hi everybody, can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Hello everybody, my name's Audrey Duff and I'm the Community Living Worker for Clydebank. I'm here to share a story about a great friendship within my network, the story of Morven and Stephanie. Although they're not here to tell their stories in person today, these are their words. Morven has been a member network for 5 years now and Stephanie just over 2 years. Stephanie joined us just before the pandemic, but when Stephanie joined the network, she was a wee bit shy, as was Morven. However, by attending the network activity in the allotment in Clydebank, they began to participate in gardening activities and offer support to each other with their gardening tasks. The conversations about the allotment and this shared interest sparked their friendship. Morven discovered that Stephanie had a dog called Lola, which really interested Morven as she loves dogs. Although Morven doesn't have a dog of her own, but she sometimes walks her neighbour's dog, which she really enjoys. And one day, Stephanie brought Lola along to the allotment to meet the network members. And Lola soon became another shared interest that Morven and Stephanie could chat about. When Stephanie was asked about her friendship with Morven, she says, and again, this is Stephanie's words, "We met at a group meeting with Audrey. It feels good to have a friend like Morven, and we get on really well. We meet regularly with the group and enjoy each other's company. We're making plans to take my dog Lola for a walk, which I'm looking forward to. I'm so happy to come to the group because everyone is really nice. And I've met my good friend Morven. Through spending time together attending the ongoing activities with the network, such as bowling, meals out and walking, the friendship between Morven and Stephanie continued to blossom. They have a lovely friendship. They're always sitting next to each other at activities. Morven was the only girl in the network until Stephanie joined, which Morven was delighted about. Morven was happy that she had another female to chat to about girly stuff. They now chat regularly on Facebook and WhatsApp to keep in touch, which was a real lifeline during the pandemic restrictions. They would often share their pictures on WhatsApp of what they were getting up to. There were lots of pictures of Lola being shared by Stephanie. Morven and Stephanie, as I say, are planning to meet up together sometime soon to walk Lola and Morven's neighbour's dog. Morven is also looking to join her local Golden Friendship Club in Dalmuir. And she says she'll encourage Stephanie to join so they can meet new people and expand their friendship group. When Morven was asked about her friendship with Stephanie, she says, "I feel happier and less lonely now that I have someone to talk to and spend time with. I would call Stephanie a real friend. She is my best friend. And, you know, for me as a community living worker, it's lovely to see both members grow in confidence as they continue to build their friendship." Just watch this space, folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey. That was lovely. Thank you. What an amazing story of friendship. I'm going to go to the chat now because there's always lots of comments here. Let's have a look. Heather, lots of shared interest helping to blossom great friendships. Lovely story from Morven and Stephanie. Claire Strong, great to see their smiles and a beautiful friendship forming. Thanks for sharing, Audrey. Laura, lovely to hear they're supporting each other to get more involved and active in their lives. Michelle Carlisle, beautiful story. Emma, seeing Morven and Stephanie's friendship firsthand, it's wonderful. They bring out the best in each other and really support each other. Lindsay, lovely story. Thank you so much. We're having so much positive feedback and we're only in story 3. So thank you everybody, that was lovely. Okay, so we're now going to move on to 2 young men from Kilsyth called Sean and Jamie, and they're actually here today to tell you their own story of how they met and what their friendship means to them. So I will just move on. Bear with me 1 second. And guys, could you unmute your mics, please?
We did it. We did it, Cheryl.
That's brilliant. Okay, so whenever you are ready, if you want to share your story of how you met and your friendship.
My name is Jamie and that's my friend Sean. I have been a member of the Kilsyth network for 9 years. Sean has been a member of the Kilsyth network also for 6 years. I went to school with Sean, but we were not in the same class. I was older and we didn't really hang about at school. When we joined the networks, we started to talk to each other and built up our friendship. From there, we talked about politics, about lives, family. We love being part of the Kasai network. William, our community living worker, is funny and likes me to wind me up. He organises the network activities for us and we travel together with other network members to see he encouraged us to become friends, which we are very glad of. We enjoy doing a number of activities together, such as bowling, cinema, pool, going to restaurants for a meal. We meet up out with the networks too. We call each other at all the time and keep in touch on Facebook, WhatsApp or by a text. I like to take videos on my phone are we out and about, and I send these to Sean. During the pandemic, we kept in touch by phone and video calling. I'm lost. Calling.
And we go to cinema and TSC and we go a lot of places in my car back.
I like to go to Club Lake.
We go to Club Lake, Disco and Glasgow together. We love it. We usually stick together when we go, but I like to chat with ladies up a bit of a ladies man. Yeah. Sean is a bit quiet here.
Jamie's a mighty man.
Thank you, Sean. But he
I'm really a bit shy to talk to women.
But he really like to have a girlfriend one day.
He's not.
Thank you, Sean. I really like Sean. He is a good friend. He has good manners. He has slimmer friendship qualities as we are, and we like to play games at each other's house. We are also friendly and with each other's families. I know Sean's mum and two uncles. I sometimes get involved for a bit to them, which I enjoy. Sean says that I'm friendly, only easy to get on out with. I am good for having a laugh with, and that I don't take things too seriously. He drives, which is great. This means that we can go out together in his car to do different activities. We like going to karaoke, the cinema, and McDonald's.
And TSC.
Yep, you right, Sean. And we like Marvel movies. We really like to see Death of the Nile, and we are going to see the new Batman film together at the Coat Bridge Showcase Cinema. We do have other friends that we see, but we are definitely best friends. So thank you, Sean and William.
Thank you, guys. That was lovely. Thank you. Your story was amazing. So you're a bit of a ladies' man, Jamie, then?
Of course I am.
I'm a bit shy, but I'm fussy. I mean, he's not.
Oh, you're fussy, right?
Well, I've got a wee bit friendly poem. That's okay, William. I've got a friendly poem. Share, that's okay.
Okay. When do you go?
Well, Sean's always nice to me, and then Sean's always take out places. She's so go to the pub and then play pool, see his mum, and be out and about. And he's enjoyable with Sean. He's happy. I'm always happy. I'm just look after Sean, and he's always kind person, handsome man. He's a nice person, and he's a good human being. So he's a cool man.
Yeah,
anyway. Cool man.
Talk about Jamie. Jamie can be funny sometimes. I mean, he doesn't take anything too seriously, and we'll make the way him up too sometimes.
Thank you, Sean.
And
yeah. Thank you very much, guys. That was amazing. What a lovely story of friendship. Lots of questions, lots of comments in the chat. I'll read a few out. Chelsea, very well done, Sean and Jamie. Loving all these positive stories. Friendships are for the family we choose for ourselves. Katrina, brilliant guys, tough to keep going with all the heckling. Adrian, lads. And here we go, Matt sang in New Zealand. You have all made me smile. Thank you, Matt. Lauren, well done guys, great to hear your story. And Andrew Rennie, hi Jamie and Sean, great guys. So lots of lovely comments, and thank you so much for sharing your story. Inspirational, that's such an inspiration, both of you. And thank you. So if you guys are happy just to mute yourselves down, we're now going to move on. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is going to be a video. This is a story of romance this time. From two members, Elizabeth from Garnock Valley 1 and Chris from Cumbernauld 2. So they are going to share their story of how they met and how they have become boyfriend and girlfriend. So here you go, enjoy.
I'm Elizabeth Louisa Mullen.
I'm Chris Morgan.
I'm from the Garnock Valley 1 network, and
I'm Chris. I'm from Cumbernauld 2 network. On Zoom.
we met on Zoom in the Camera Club.
Was this a Neighbourhood Networks?
Yeah.
In Neighbourhood Networks.
Yeah.
When I met Chris in the Camera Club, I fancied him, but I didn't know how to tell him. So I dropped a few hints, and we just got to know each other really well. And Chris was asking me about things that I liked, and I was asking Chris about things he liked, and then we swapped numbers. We texted each other, we phoned each other, we spoke to each other on WhatsApp. We done like video calls as well.
I wanted to quit. I could have asked her out right away, right? But I thought, no, I'm going to go about it in a different way. I'm going to find out what she likes doing and what her favourite colour is. Then once I found that out, I just went, right, I'm just going to take the bill. I'm just going to go and ask her out.
When we met in the Camera Club, I was a wee bit nervous that we wouldn't be compatible when we met each other in person. So I was really nervous when I was meeting him in person. So I was like, I don't know if he feels the same way about me, and I don't know if I feel the way I feel, the way I think I feel about him. But as soon as I saw him, I felt totally in love and was at ease and comfortable with him, and I felt like I could tell him everything.
Lindsay travelled into Glasgow with me on the bus to go to the Buchanan bus station, then to meet Elizabeth. Then Lindsay went her own separate ways, and I met up with Elizabeth maybe in a pub. We meet up once a week or maybe twice a week at the most.
Where were you going to do that?
Sometimes we were meeting in the Afro Arms, sometimes we were meeting in John Lewis, sometimes we were meeting in McDonald's.
We went to
and
the
sometimes we went to Burger
pantomime with
King.
each other, we went to the Christmas market with each other, we went to the pantomime with each other, so one of the two things swayed it for me. To move in together and hopefully get married one day.
Yeah, we're planning to move in together and get married.
I got the ring, and Elizabeth came and met me. We went to Marielle, I got down on one knee and gave her the ring.
Yeah, it was so romantic. I don't think me and Chris would ever have met because we live in totally opposite areas, and because we live in totally opposite areas, our paths wouldn't have crossed in normal circumstances.
Unless I bumped into her in Glasgow one day.
which, considering the size of Glasgow and considering the size of Solihull Street, is about as likely as an elephant learning how to fly.
Thank you, Elizabeth and Chris. That was a lovely story, and you're engaged as well. That is lovely. Lots of comments in the chat. Danielle, what a beautiful story. Lindsay, true love story. Brilliant, guys. Well done. They're strong. Very well done. Yeah. I love this story. It makes me so happy. That's Laura. So yeah, what a beautiful story, Chris and Elizabeth. Great to see you both happy and in love. That's from Claire and Heather. It takes courage to step out your comfort zone like this. Wishing you many happy years together. And Kezia, fantastic story. I can't stop smiling. Thank you for sharing. So thank you, Elizabeth and Chris, for sharing your story. That was lovely. Oh, this is a great session. It's a shame we've only got an hour. Okay, I'll just bear with me 1 second. Just move on to the next one. So I'm going to read a story about two lovely ladies in our Wishaw network. They can't be with us today, but they have met with a community living worker, Jan, to share their story. So I'm going to read it on their behalf. Okay, so this is Donna and Carol. And I'm just going to read you Donna's words and then I'll read you Carol's words. Okay, so Donna says, I met Carol at the Monday Club years ago, but because I started working, it broke us up. We were also at Fir Park School together when we were younger. Then we met up again when Carol joined the network. Since Carol came to Neighbourhood Networks, we got closer and can talk about anything and have each other's phone numbers and can talk about personal things with her as well. We love shopping, and I have asked her to come to Glasgow with me when I go to pick something to wear for my party. I feel very excited about this. We phone each other to check about meeting times and sometimes to talk over personal things or about Neighbourhood Network stuff. We are both on WhatsApp now and use that as well as for sharing photos. The main thing is to me is that Carol is honest, and if I need her, I know she would be there for me at any time. And she always says to me, if you're stuck, just ask. She's reliable and keeps in touch if plans change last minute. I can trust her with everything. She helps me. She's always there for me. She seems to know if something's wrong without me saying a thing, and it's difficult to put into words what her friendship means to me. So Carol's story. So Carol says this is about her thoughts about her friend Donna. I remember meeting Donna again at the Monday Night Club and seeing her about Wishaw sometimes. We were both bridesmaids to a friend's wedding a few years ago. We met up again when I joined Neighbourhood Networks. She's very easy to talk to and I feel comfortable to talk about anything with her. The main thing is we both love shopping. We both have a good laugh and we love our shopping trips, and we also plan to go to Glasgow to do shopping. We listen to each other's problems and trust each other not to tell anyone else. Donna is honest and would say to me if I had anything out of place with my clothes or just didn't look right with what I wore, if you know what I mean. She's just a good pal. The most important thing is to be there for each other and spend time together when she isn't working, not just at the network events. She's there in a crisis and seems to know what to do and doesn't panic. We just click, and it's really hard to sum up our friendship. And that's the story of Carol and Dawn. So I'm going to just see if there's any chat things. So, yeah, let me just bear with me. Yep, Michelle, feeling emotional with all these lovely stories. Laura, it's so lovely to hear what friendship means to everyone, all slightly different and yet all the same. What a lovely story from Claire. Adrian, friends reunited. Lovely story. Thank you for sharing, both looking well. Okay, so that's the story of Donna and Carol. Okay, so I'm going to move on to our next one. Okay, so this is Chris and Scott. These guys are from our Handington network, and we have got their community living worker, Gwen Stewart, here today to share their story on their behalf. So Gwen, if you would like to unmute yourself, and just whenever you're ready, if you just want to share the story of Scott and Chris.
Hi there. Here we have two members, Scott and Chris. Scott is on the left and Chris is on the right. They are part of the Haddington Network. Chris and Scott have been friends for over 40 years now. Initially, they met at a playgroup, which was set up for young children with additional support needs that they attended in North Berwick when they were around 8 years old. Over the years, Scott and Chris have attended many groups together, sharing a lot of good memories on day trips all over Scotland. They lost contact during their mid-20s to 30s, but would chat in the passing when they were out and about. Scott joined Neighbourhood Networks in February 2018, and Chris joined a month later. They were so happy to be in contact with each other again and sharing memories again. They have both achieved so much since joining Neighbourhood Networks. Scott in particular, who when he joined the network, he would come along with a support worker. A lot of work was done with Scott and his community living worker, and quickly he was attending meetings on his own. He now has a job at the local swimming pool for 3 days a week, and Chris also has a job with the local council in the offices. They enjoy spending every Tuesday with the network out in the community, on the buses, travelling to different towns and enjoying walks all along the local coastal routes. They meet 2 or 3 times a week, getting out and about together along with other members on their own out with Neighbourhood Networks. They're just a really good example of best friends. They even chat every night on the phone at 7 o'clock before they both watch their soaps. That is Scott and Chris.
Thank you, Gwen, for sharing that amazing story. And it's nice that they've known each other for such a long time, and then they lost touch and then they became friends again. So thank you. Another amazing story, another fantastic story. Thanks for sharing, Gwen. That's from Claire. Adrian, while neither of them look old enough to have been friends for so long, I hope I look that well when I reach my 40s. Adrian, we'll need to have a chat.
48 years old there, both of them, 48.
Yeah, Pauline, Fee, fantastic. Great to see old friends reconnected. They look so young, Elizabeth Millen and Laura. I imagine it was wonderful to see them reconnect. So it's a nice story, another story of how Neighbourhood Networks has reconnected people as well as introduced people, which is lovely. Thank you so much, Gwen, much appreciated. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next one. So this is another video, and this is about Leanne, and let me just get you the picture. This is Leanne. Oh no, it's not. Hold on. Sorry, I'm way ahead of myself. This is Michael and Martin from the Coatbridge and Kilsyth network. They've pulled a little video together for you, and they're going to talk a bit about what they get up to in their community. You're going to see them actually in action in some of their activities. And again, thanks to William Burns, their community living worker, for supporting them to put this video together. So I'm just going to play. Enjoy.
Hi guys, can you introduce yourselves?
Michael Rogers. Martin Holmes.
Which network are you in?
Coatbridge. I went to Kilsyth. Kilsyth Network.
How long have you been in the network?
9 years. 12 years.
When you meet up, where do you normally meet?
Pussy Cafe.
And then where do you go?
The 43 bus to Kilsyth. Kilsyth on my own. I've been going to Falkirk, hunting toilet with the group.
And you can travel back from?
Kilsyth, back.
Where else would you like to travel to?
Well, Glasgow with the group.
And he's enjoying your time together?
Yes.
What else do you do?
Play pool. Go for pint. Go for something to eat. Yeah. I'm Michael Rogers. This is the Cafe de Fresh Kilsyth. Come here for tea and coffee, something for eating. This is the curling stone. Play pool, couple of pints.
And who's winning today?
Me.
I've played that. I've won a game. Would you like?
So do I.
So everybody's won a game a day?
Yes. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you very much. That was brilliant. I'm glad that you all won a game. So I'm just going to quickly go to the chat. There we go. This is a great film, deserves an Oscar from Katrina Rowley. Then Claire Strong, you're more than welcome to come through to Falkirk. There you go, you've got an invite. Laura, playing pools with a pint sounds perfect. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. So thank you very much, Michael and Martin. Again, thank you for William for helping to pull that together. So we're going to move on to the next one. That one.
Hi guys.
Okay, so this is another video story. Again, this is another story of romance. We have two of these today. So this is Leanne and Scott. They're from the Wishaw 2 network. And they are going to talk about how they became friends and then more. So I'll leave it to them to tell you.
I'm Leanne Gear and I'm in the Wishaw 2 network.
I'm Scott Robertson and I'm with the 2 network, and this is our story of our relationship. So basically, me and Leanne was friends in Neighbourhood networks and with the 2 for a while when I joined the network, and then we upped it to be boyfriend and girlfriend. What do you think about that, Leanne? About the start of it?
Good.
Yeah, good. So basically what we thought is, so what I thought was, is I wanted to take it up a level, because I like Leanne as a person. Not that I don't like every other member because I'm my friends and that. And then basically we've been boyfriend and girlfriend for 1 year, 7 months and 28 days. So coming up 1 year, 8 months in a couple of days. And it's, see, to be honest, I think I'm a better person for it. And I'll obviously helping Leanne when she needs support and that. I'm a right hand man. What do you think about that, Leanne?
Yeah.
Yep. So it has been a good effect on me. On that. What do you think?
Yeah, good.
And that is our story.
He asked me at the corner shop on the 10th of July.
It was out of the moment, and I'm so happy that I did it.
And I respect it. So happy he asked me out.
There we go. So, I mean, we're honestly not a dating agency, as such, but sometimes people meet, they become friends, and then they can become more. That's just can be quite natural sometimes. So it's really nice to hear the story of romance and how you met. It's lovely. So I'm just going to go to the chat. So many here. Gosh, right. Heather, Scott, love that he has counted the days and minutes and that they have a special date that they can celebrate together. Elizabeth Mullins, so amazing, lovely story. Michelle, lovely story, guy, both bring out great qualities in each other. Laura, lovely connection between them. Claire Strong, feeling the love. And Adrian, nice to hear that you feel like a better person as a result of your relationship with Leanne. Together you are stronger. Some lovely comments, guys. Excellent. So we are now going to move on to the final video, and this is just a short one. Okay, so this is just a story of friendship by one of the members in the Govern network. This is Bridget, and she is a lovely lady, and she's going to tell you what her story of friendship means to her with her friend Dot from the Govern network. So it's a very short video, but it's quite powerful. So I'll just play it for you just now.
Hi Bridget.
Hi Bridget.
And you're part of the Govern network, aren't you, Bridget?
Yes.
And I just wanted to ask you a few questions because in the last year or so you've become much better friends, haven't you, with some of the Govern members, especially Dorothy.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that? Has it been
great?
Yeah, and it's been
nice to be nice.
It's been nice to make better friends with them, hasn't it?
It has, yes.
And so you got to know them quite a lot last year during COVID.
Yes. They're all nice. They're all nice.
And you see them every week, don't you?
Yes, yeah, enough every week to see them, don't you? See them.
And
meet up.
Yeah, and you have a lot in common with Dot, don't you? And you have
I love Dot. I love her. She's lovely.
Oh.
She's lovely.
And do you enjoy being part of the group and seeing those people?
Yes.
Oh, that's really good. And you've got anything else you want to say about being friends with them over the last year?
I love being there. I love all you know, lovely people. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's good. All right, well, thank you for that, Bridget. That's great.
You're welcome.
That's all right. Thank you. That's the end. Thank you.
Actually, you've got me in it now.
Yeah, you're in it now.
So that's Bridget. So I'm just going to go to the chat. If we have any comments. Yep, Andrew, Bridget could not be here today, but very thankful to be included. Michelle, you're lovely too, Bridget. Elizabeth Millen, such a good name, Bridget. Yes, it is a very nice name. Adrian, can see the joy oozing out of Bridget. This was very much out her comfort zone. She's never done anything like this before, being on film, but I think she did really well. And it was lovely to hear about her friendship with Dot and what that means to her. So that is the end of the session. Does anybody have any questions that they want to put on the chat? If you do, I can see them here just now. Does anybody get any for any of the panelists that are here today?
Yes, I have got some questions.
You have some questions, Jamie?
Yes, I have.
What were your questions?
Well, the question, me and Sean enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And Sean likes me as well. And then just when we outplay season, just doing activities like that. Talk about play a pool.
Yeah. And go a game of bowling.
Game of bowling. Go to Falkirk as well.
And I passed my test 4 years ago.
Yep, excellent. Thank you, guys. Excellent. I've got a question. Laura has said that she doesn't, let me just see, no questions, but wanted to say that was a brilliant session, so uplifting and motivational. Well done to everyone involved. And Pauline Fee says, our cheeks are hurting from smiling so much. Thank you to everybody involved. And Adrian, thank you for sharing your stories. My face is more sore with smiling as well. Claire, very emotional and so proud of you all. You have all done amazing. Well done. Amazing stories from everyone. These stories have made my day. Amy and East Kilbride. Chelsea, well done to everyone. So that was great. Thank you so much. I have thoroughly enjoyed working with everybody who's helped pull this together. And I'm so glad it's been recorded because I'm sure there'll be other people that aren't here today that will want to see this session. And I'll just sort of close the session. And again, thank you to everybody for your time, all the participants and all the people that supported the members to pull their stories together. So thank you.
Thank you very much, thank you everyone.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say, Ronnie raised his hand there. Ronnie, I don't know, Ronnie, you want to put something in the chat or?
Chat, Sean?
Yeah.
Right. So, go to press that chat.
Okay.
I think we have missed Ronnie. That's okay. Sorry, Cheryl.
That's okay.
I think he's gone.
Okay. Okay, that's Emma just saying thank you and well done everyone. It's been so lovely hearing everyone's stories. Adrian's saying good night, New Zealand. Yes. So yes, people from all over the world coming here today to hear your stories. Well, thank you everybody again, and take care. And there will be other sessions tomorrow and Thursday. I'm just wondering, my colleagues are going to put that information on the chat. If that could be popped up, please. And we've also got a stay up late session on Thursday night, which is a live music from 8 till 11:30. So if you look at the chat, you'll be able to get the details for that. Okay. I think my colleagues are just going to try and get that information for you.
It's already up there, Cheryl.
Is it there? Thank you very much. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. That's great. Okay, guys. Well, thanks again, everyone. Take care.